A Supramax Bulker is a type of bulk carrier vessel that is typically larger than a Handymax but smaller than a Panamax in terms of size and deadweight tonnage, DWT. Supramax bulkers are designed to transport large quantities of dry bulk commodities such as coal, grain, iron ore, and fertilizers, but they are smaller than larger vessels like Capesize or Panamax bulk carriers. Key characteristics of a Supramax bulker: size, deadweight tonnage, DWT. Supramax bulkers typically have a DWT of around 50,000 to 60,000 tons, making them larger than Handymax bulkers but smaller than Panamax bulkers. Length: these ships are usually between 180 to 200 meters, 590 to 656 feet long. Beam width: typically around 32 meters, 105 feet, making them a good balance between cargo capacity and port access. Cargo capacity: Supramax bulkers can carry a wide range of dry bulk commodities, including coal grain fertilizers, iron ore, cement bauxite, aluminum ore. These ships are used for both regional and international trade. Design: Supramax bulkers often have geared ships with cranes or unloaders that allow them to operate in ports that do not have specialized shore equipment for loading and unloading bulk cargo. Some are also gearless, using shore-based equipment to unload cargo. Flexibility: due to their size and design, Supramax bulkers can access a wider range of ports compared to larger vessels like Panamax or Capesize ships. This makes them highly versatile, capable of serving smaller ports that larger bulk carriers cannot reach. Main shipping routes for Supramax bulkers. Supramax bulkers are used on various key international trade routes, especially those involving regional shipping or ports with smaller infrastructure that cannot accommodate larger vessels. The most common routes for these vessels include Asia to Oceania, ports, Australia, e.g. Newcastle, Port Hedland, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea, to ports in China, India, Japan, and South Korea. Commodities: these routes are critical for the shipment of coal, iron ore, and grain, especially from Australia to Asian countries. Supramax bulkers are also well suited to transport agricultural products from countries like Indonesia to China or India, South America to Asia, ports, Brazil, Argentina, and Chile to China, Japan, India, and other parts of Southeast Asia. Commodities: soybeans, grain, iron ore, and fertilizers are common cargoes for Supramax bulkers. Brazil and Argentina are major exporters of agricultural products, while Chile exports copper and other minerals. Supramax ships are essential for these key trade routes: Europe to the Mediterranean and Africa. Ports: Rotterdam, Hamburg, Antwerp, and Santos, North Africa, West Africa, and the Mediterranean. Commodities: cement, fertilizers, coal, and grain are typical cargoes on these routes. Supramax bulkers are often used for regional trade from Europe to North Africa and the Mediterranean, which require smaller and more versatile vessels. India to the Middle East, ports: India, e.g. Mumbai, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, to the Middle East, e.g. Dubai, Jeddah, Doha. Commodities: coal, grain, and fertilizers are commonly transported along these routes, with India being a major exporter of both agricultural products and industrial raw materials. Africa to Asia and Europe, ports: South Africa, e.g. Durban, Nigeria, Angola, and Morocco, to Asia, e.g. China, India, Japan, and Europe, e.g. Spain, Portugal. Commodities: iron ore, coal, fertilizers, and bauxite are the key cargoes. Africa's growing mineral exports make Supramax bulkers an important vessel type for connecting the continent to major markets in Asia and Europe. Southeast Asia to North Asia, ports: Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand, to China, Japan, and South Korea. Commodities: these routes primarily carry coal, fertilizers, and iron ore, with Supramax bulkers offering an efficient way to serve key markets in East Asia. Trade considerations: flexibility. Supramax bulkers are highly versatile, able to navigate a wide variety of ports and transport a broad range of bulk commodities. Their smaller size compared to larger bulkers allows them to reach regions and ports where larger vessels like Panamax or Capesize ships cannot operate. Regional focus. These ships are particularly important in regions with smaller ports, shallow waters, or limited infrastructure that cannot accommodate larger bulk carriers. Their ability to serve both short-range regional trade and long-distance international routes makes them indispensable in the global shipping network. Economic role. Supramax bulkers play a key role in the global supply chain, supporting the mining, agriculture, and energy industries by moving large volumes of raw materials across the world. They are also integral in regional trade and are often involved in the spot market, where they are hired for specific cargo requirements based on supply and demand.